Good day and welcome back to A Chapter a Day. It is Tuesday, January 23rd, and I will be reading chapter 23 today. Again, thank you for the viewers. Thank you for the comments. I don't think I saw any new ones since I checked late yesterday or last night. So that's okay. As you feel to ask questions or make comments, I'm always willing to address. So thank you all for viewing. And I still pray that you get some inspiration or upliftment from something you hear, or just something to have you thinking. Okay, so as we review chapter 22, it says that God tempted Abraham, which means that he kind of gave him a test. Now, from a historical perspective, Abraham came from a country or culture in which they did human sacrifices, because he came from Ur of the Chaldees. And from there, it's been stated that they did, or the Chaldeans, I believe, did human sacrifices. So to ask Abraham to do this, to offer up his son, was not something totally wild and unheard of to him at that time. But God wanted to test him still to see how allegiant or how faithful he was to him. I think it was more a test for Abraham than for God to find out. But God already knows our hearts and minds. But for Abraham to come to terms to how much he trusted God, in addition to that, to kind of give him a glimpse into what God would have to do later on in giving up his one and only son, Jesus. So that's sort of like a correlation, because I believe Abraham was considered a prophet of God. So with that said, it also speaks about him finding after he took his son. No, I would say this. I don't think he told Sarah he was going to do this. Or if he did, she must have been ballistic, because I would not. I don't know which mother would agree to her husband taking her son to go sacrifice or to go do something dangerous with. I would have battled like crazy. So something tells me he did it secretly. He took Isaac, he took some servants, and he saddled up, went his way. I don't think he told Sarah. But, and I'll tell you another reason why I don't think he told Sarah. After he was told to stop when he was about to sacrifice Isaac, the angel stopped him, and God provided a ram for him to sacrifice instead. And it was proven how loyal that Abraham was. He feared God in that he would have taken his only son to sacrifice. So he took the ram that was caught in the thicket and sacrificed that in Isaac's place. And he called the name of that place Jehovah Jireh. And I have heard, scriptural definitions of that is meaning my provider. Okay. Also, it was told to Abraham after that session that his brother Nahor's wife, Milcah, had born children. And I think they wanted to mention the names. Rebecca was mentioned. So we're going to see how Rebecca comes into play in another chapter. And another reason I don't think he told Sarah is that I don't think he went back to Canaan where they were before. I believe it said that he was dwelling in the land of Canaan, or Canaan, whichever way it's pronounced. It says here at the end of chapter 21, he sojourned in the Philistines' land. So that's Beersheba. So he came from Beersheba. But I don't know if that is where he and Sarah were. But anyway, the reason I said that is because when I read chapter 23, it does not sound like he was there with her when she died. But let's read, so I don't want to go ahead. But anyway, reading chapter 23. And Sarah was 127 years old. These were the years of the life of Sarah. And Sarah died in Kirjath Arba. The same is Hebron in the land of Canaan. And Abraham came to mourn for Sarah and to weep for her. And Abraham stood up from before his dead, and spake unto the sons of Heth, saying, I am a stranger and a sojourner with you. Give me a possession of a burying place with you, that I may bury my dead out of my sight. And the children of Heth answered Abraham, saying unto him, Hear us, my lord, thou art a mighty prince among us. In the choice of our sepulchres bury thy dead. None of us shall withhold from thee this sepulchre, but that thou mayest bury thy dead. And Abraham stood up and bowed himself to the people of the land, even to the children of Heth. And he communed with them, saying, If it be your mind that I should bury my dead out of my sight, hear me, and entreat for me to Ephron, the son of Zohar, that he may give me the cave of Machpelah, which he hath, which is in the end of his field, for as much money as it is worth, he shall give it me for a possession of a burying place amongst you. And Ephron dwelt among the children of Heth, and Ephron the Hittite answered Abraham in the audience of the children of Heth, even of all that went in at the gate of his city, saying, Nay, my lord, hear me. The field give I thee, and the cave that is therein I give it thee. In the presence of the sons of my people give I it thee. Bury thy dead. And Abraham bowed down himself before the people of the land. And he spake unto Ephron in the audience of the people of the land, saying, But if thou wilt give it, I pray thee hear me. I will give thee money for the field. Take it of me, and I will bury my dead there. And Ephron answered Abraham, saying unto him, My lord, hearken unto me. The land is worth 400 shekels of silver. What is that betwixt me and thee? Bury therefore thy dead. And Abraham hearkened unto Ephron, and Abraham weighed to Ephron the silver which he had named in the audience of the sons of Heth, 400 shekels of silver, current money with the merchant. And the field of Ephron, which was in Machpelah, which was before Mamre, the field and the cave which was therein, and all the trees that were in the field, that were in all the borders round about, were made sure unto Abraham for a possession in the presence of the children of Heth, before all that went in at the gate of his city. And after this, Abraham buried Sarah his wife in the cave of the field of Machpelah before Mamre. The same is Hebron in the land of Canaan. And the field and the cave that is therein were made sure unto Abraham for a possession of a burying place by the sons of Heth. So that's the end of our chapter 23 for today. Thank you so much for viewing and listening. And until the next reading, have a great day. Bye.